Federal agent shooting in Minneapolis sparks outrage. Minneapolis has become a flashpoint of national controversy after a federal immigration agent shot and killed a 37-year-old man during an operation, intensifying protests and political scrutiny across the United States. The victim, identified as Alex Preddy, an ICU nurse, was killed on Saturday during an encounter with federal agents. The incident marks the second fatal shooting by federal agents in Minneapolis this month, following the earlier death of Renee Good on January 7th, which had already heightened tensions in the community. Clashes and protests follow shooting. In the hours after the shooting, protesters clashed with law enforcement in Minneapolis streets, with local activists condemning what they describe as excessive use of force. President Donald Trump and Minnesota officials, including Governor Tim Walz and Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey, have held talks aimed at calming the situation, and some federal agents are reported to be withdrawing from the area as part of coordination efforts. Political reactions across the spectrum. The shooting has drawn widespread criticism from prominent political figures. Former President Joe Biden strongly condemned the killing, calling it a betrayal of American values and urging a transparent investigation into both Preddy's death and earlier shootings by federal agents. Other national leaders have criticized aggressive immigration enforcement policies and demanded accountability. Amid growing unrest, Trump has called for an honest and honorable investigation into the incident, attempting to address public outrage while defending aspects of federal enforcement strategy. Context: ICE operations in Minneapolis. The shootings come against the backdrop of a controversial federal effort known as Operation Metro Surge, which has deployed thousands of immigration and customs enforcement (EC) and Border Patrol agents to Minnesota under an aggressive immigration enforcement push. This operation has faced legal challenges and civil liberties concerns, including questions in federal court about the constitutionality of the heavy federal presence in sanctuary jurisdictions. National impact and broader debate. The incident has reignited debate over federal enforcement tactics, immigration policy, and community relations with law enforcement. Some Republicans have publicly criticized the administration's handling of the situation, signaling fractures within the party as midterm elections approach. Professional athletes and public figures have also weighed in. For example, WNBA star Breanna Stewart was seen holding an "Abolish ICE" sign in solidarity with protesters, reflecting the broader cultural response to the events. What's next? As investigations continue and political figures call for accountability, Minneapolis remains tense. Federal, state, and local authorities are under pressure to balance public safety with civil rights, while communities demand answers about the use of force and the future of federal immigration operations.